guys, welcome back to another Make It Monday. Guys, it has been so long. Happy fall, y'all. Oh my goodness. So guys, I am so excited to be back with our Make It Mondays. I know there was a bit of hiatus. I took like 2 months off, but honestly, I felt like the soaps were beginning to be a little bit, or not even just the soaps, but like my DIYs were beginning to be a little bit repetitive. So I just wanted to step away and yeah, come back with some fresh new ideas for you guys. And so I don't know if you guys know this, but fall is actually my favorite time of year. There's something about just the the changing of the leaves, the beautiful colors, just the entire season. The fact that we get to like wear chunky sweaters with boots, and then you have like, if you're a big pumpkin lover, you have like pumpkin spice that you can either like have in like your coffee or your tea. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that I like about fall, love about fall. So that being said, today is a fall inspired soap making tutorial. I'm going to cut out most of the pieces only because I feel that if you've watched my video before, you pretty much get the hang of like how I do my melt and pour. I don't do cold press or hot press. It's strictly melt and pour. So for that reason, I'm just going to skip over a few of the steps only because it's the same. And if you watch any of my other previous melt and pour videos, you're essentially just melting down your soap base. That being said, our soap base that we'll be using today will be the Shea butter, which is this first one here. And not that you're going to be able to tell the difference, but the next one is a cocoa butter. So Shea butter and cocoa butter are the bases that we're using. And guys, I have had this for like over a year. Like you can tell by the packaging because it's been like all over, like in my basement and like my utility drawers and stuff. So I've been dying to use this. I'm going to try and recreate for you a pumpkin spice soap, but that has these embeds. Because I felt like, I think when I bought these last year, right away, the colors were like screaming fall to me. Like, tell me if you guys agree. Leave me a note in the comments. I don't want to make this intro too long because I know I'm very verbose. But anyways, I will be adding these throughout my soap. And yeah, so let's see if we can recreate that. I'm going to be using a Loaf today. And the only other things that will be different, because as I mentioned, it's a fall themed soap, I'm going to have my pumpkin pie seasoning. For my essential oils, I'll be using clove, cinnamon, and nutmeg. So these three are going to be my essential oils. And just a quick note with these essential oils, because a lot of people do tend to have sensitivity to like cinnamon, nutmeg, like spicy oils, I guess is the best way to put it. You can, if you're recreating this for yourself, you can opt to actually either lessen the amount. So as I always do, I'm going to leave the ingredients in the description and like the measurements in that. However, because of skin sensitivity and like obviously you don't want like your soap to burn, but when you're using these, feel free to like cut the measurements in half, or you can even skip it altogether. However, it wouldn't be a pumpkin themed fall soap if it didn't smell like, in fact, pumpkins, right? Or pumpkin spice. That being said, we're gonna jump right into it. The only other thing, guys, I will be trying to obviously recreate fall colors. So I'm going to be using these dyes that are both for soap and candle making. And then this is more of a, well, not more, but this is a mica powder. So I hope you guys can see that on camera. They're really pretty. This is like an orange. That's a brown, a burgundy, and a green. These, I think, are the ideal fall colors. So let us jump into it and let's see how this turns out. I'll see you guys soon. Last time I used styrofoam cups, guys, and they melted. So I'm hoping like the paper cups, they won't melt. But yeah, let us see how that goes. So my first color is going to be, I think that showed up, like it's going to be a green. So we're gonna just add as we go, and then we can kind of determine how dark or how light we want it. But again, we're going for fall type colors. So I'm going to move my cup so that you guys can see. So this is the first one. Okay. So let us add our green. Uh-oh. So we're going to add that amount and just stir it. So it's melting, but it's kind of giving me like a lime green vibe, guys. So I'll definitely be adding more. And mind you, some of them might not have melted completely, but I mean, the soap, I just took it off the stove, so it is quite hot. And I don't trust myself. I feel like if I don't hold it, I might end up spilling this. Okay, so here we go. It's coming, but I think I definitely have to add some more to get that, like, I'm looking for like a forest green, guys. So if you guys know, like a forest green, it's like a dark, kind of like a hunter green is what I'm going for. And this isn't it, but we're gonna keep going, because again, we want to capture the essence of fall in these soaps. And I think for the first color here, I'm going to add, what am I going to add? I think I'll add my clove. So my clove essential oil. So again, guys, just be mindful that you're not adding too much. For a 2 pound, I'm going to be adding just 20 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that's just for safety reasons, because again, you don't want any of these more spicy type essential oils to burn. And again, please feel free. So I've just used all of it, guys. Oh my goodness, I just realized, whoa, some of it got into my base, but that's okay. It's still not as green as I'd like it. Oh my gosh, guys, it actually looks like it looks yellow. Oh no. Okay, so you know what, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead with this first round, and then yeah, if I have more soap left over, I'm going to add, it shows up really yellow, right guys? Almost, well, not really yellow, it's kind of like a green apple green is what this looks like, and not like a deep, you know, forest type green, but that's okay. It's trial and error, so we definitely know next time we need more chips, but I actually don't have any more. And I mean, I guess I could maybe use my mica. You know what, guys? I'm going to improvise and use my mica green. Let me see. I should have a dark green mica. So you guys are probably wondering, well, why didn't I just use that? But to be honest, I had these color blocks in chip form, and I just wanted to really use them and get rid of them. So that's really the reason. Okay, so here we go. So let's see how this turns out. Oh no, it's not even taking. Is it even turning? Slightly. Oh, there we go. I think it's going from like an apple green to maybe like a cabbage green. Okay, here we go. So it is getting darker. I'm just scraping the sides. So it did get darker. Okay, okay. I'm not mad, it got darker. A little bit. I think I'll probably just leave it at that, to be honest. All right, guys. I'm just going to put my soap base back on the heat because I don't want it to start to harden. So what I do want is for, I don't know if you guys can see, but I do want the top of this base to kind of harden a bit, because I want to pour this on top, but without it having to melt or bleed into the bottom layer. So I hope that makes sense. Pretty much if the soap is too hot, it's gonna end up bleeding into the bottom layer. And so in hindsight, I probably should have waited just a little bit, but either way. So this is how it's looking. My green for my second layer. I'm just gonna spray my alcohol and prepare it for my next layer. Sorry guys, I'm trying a new setup, so I really hope that this angle is good and you guys can see everything. Okay guys, so this is our bottom layer, and it's not 100% hard, but just in the sake of not having my green soap base harden on me, I don't want to have to reheat it. So I hope you guys can see it. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. My setup is like not working out as I had hoped. Okay, so we're gonna pour in our next layer, guys. So you can see it's mixed in with the white. It did not harden as well as I would have liked, but that's okay. We're still gonna work with it. So that's how it's looking. Our next layer of our soap. So now I'm going to completely wait for this layer to harden, and then I'll come back. So the green soap base has hardened, as you can see, and basically before it hardened, I off camera had just put some more of the embeds into it, and so that is our second layer. So now we are just going to work on our next layer, which I'm hoping you guys could see that, but that looks to me to be a burgundy. And I lost the list of the colors, and so I just have numbers, and unfortunately, like, yeah, I have no knowledge of what the numbers relate to. So we are just gonna go with a visual representation at this point. So this is our next. See, so it's getting a little bit chunky. Oh no, which is what I was worried about, guys. So this is our next layer here. I'm gonna dump all of it because I realize, to be honest, it's not even a lot in terms of the color pieces. I feel like it's not even a lot based on the amount that I'm using in each cup. And as you can see, I didn't really measure. I'm just kind of going, you know, going off a whim, to be honest. I mean, it's 2 pounds of soap, yes, but I really didn't measure each layer, if that makes sense. I'm just hoping to get, you know, a nice variance, if you will, in the different color scheme that I'm going for. I picture what this outcome is going to look like in my head, guys, and I really just hope that it comes to fruition. So it's like a light pink, but you can see that it still needs to be melted, the color pieces. So I think it will look like a nice burgundy once we're done. All right, guys, so this is how we are sitting. There's still a few pieces that are melting, which it's a very pretty color. I just don't know whether or not it's burgundy. Like, I feel like it should be a tad bit darker, but I guess really, to be honest, in the when you combine it with a like an all white soap base, obviously you're not, like, the color is going to be diluted, right? So I think I'm going to just go with this color here. So we added clove. I'm going to add cinnamon, and again, keeping in mind with what I said about skin sensitivity, I only added 5 drops. So I wish you guys can smell this. Like, oh my goodness, this smells amazing. So we are going to put our next layer on top. Cinnamon is so nice. And I also want to point out, guys, there's different potencies in cinnamon essential oil. Like there's cinnamon bark, and then there's cinnamon, like there's different, yeah, there's different potencies because there's different variations. So the cinnamon bark tends to be a little bit stronger. So if you prefer, you can go with just a regular cinnamon. That is also another option. And again, you can opt to not use any. So I'm putting some more of these lovely embeds. I really don't think because of the color, you're gonna necessarily see them, but I could be wrong, because you know what? I haven't done these color variations before. I've done this in like an all white with different style embeds. So I'm just hoping that when everything has solidified, you guys will be able, like once I cut it, you guys will be in fact able to see the actual embeds in the soap. So I'm going to come back shortly with our next layer. So guys, I actually had some leftover soap base. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop some embed in one, and in the other one I'm just going to put a cinnamon stick, just again keeping with our fall theme. So what I'll do is I'm just going to sprinkle some of my nutmeg seasoning on top, like so, and then I'm going to place, ooh, look how nice that looks. I think you could probably do with a little bit more seasoning, to be honest. Oh, a little bit too much. So the good thing about this spice or seasoning is that it actually helps as an exfoliant. So it's similar to when you add oatmeal into the soap base. So consider this your pumpkin spice exfoliant. So we're gonna leave that and come back and we'll see how that sets. Hair is now hard. You can see I'm touching it and it's not giving. I'm gonna tilt it to try and see if I can get like a nice like design, if you will. I don't know if it's gonna work out. I'm just trying something. So we are going to spray so that there's no bubbles, and I've just taken my next 2 pounds of soap. Ooh, I waited too long and it kind of got a skin, but that's okay. So this is brown, which, I mean, hopefully it's a, I know it's not going to be a dark brown to the extent that I want it, but hopefully it turns out dark enough, or at least that you could tell it's brown. So I'm going to come back when I'm about to pour. All right, guys, so we are getting, oh, I almost knocked the camera over. I'm so excited. So guys, we are getting a nice chocolate, like it's giving me like a nice hot chocolate vibe. Sorry guys, I have to put the cup down because it's hot. Yeah, always make sure guys, when you are handling soap, that you have either protective silicone gloves on, because you definitely don't want to risk any burns in the process. But oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this color. Literally, like, it looks like hot chocolate. It's, yeah, or like a mocha cafe or a latte. Ooh, this looks so good. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so let's get this poured out. All right, so this is what we're looking at. Doesn't it look like hot chocolate, guys? Oh my goodness. So I'm going to pour it, and like I said, I'm trying something different. I'm pouring it on an angle. I really have not tried this before. I just figured, why not? So let's see. Ooh, I got too excited. Now I poured a little bit too much, but that's okay. It's just running down a bit here. All right. So we are going to leave that and let that settle. And we'll come back and we shall pour the other side. Ooh, I'm so excited. So there we go, guys. That's our next layer there. My last essential oil, which is nutmeg, and I'll be adding 5 drops of the nutmeg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry guys, that was done off camera because I will not have the space to move it under under where I've situated the camera. Okay. So let's finish this off. Oh no, I went over the side. Just a little bit. So you know what? I think I probably... Hey guys, so there you have it. We are looking at our pumpkin spice soap, our fall themed soap, and honestly I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to see how this turns out tomorrow. So it's like 11:30 at night. We're gonna let this sit overnight and then I'll be back in the morning. I'm so looking forward to how this is going to look. I'm just gonna flip it out on my board here. Just bear with me, guys. Ooh, okay. So we have it out of the wood. I'm just gonna take it out of the silicone. And I'm anxious to see. Whenever I do, I mean, this is the third time I've done a loaf. And I mean, this is the most creative I've gotten in terms of like the colors and the angles. So I'm just really looking forward to how this is going to turn out. So let's see, guys. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is how the side turned out. So, you know, I was trying to do the angles. They didn't come out as clean as I would have liked, but, you know, that's okay. Practice makes perfect. So that's the one side, and then that's the other side, and that is the bottom. And of course, the top. So I'm just gonna clean up the corners, and I will come back. Actually, I'll just cut it now. So I'm gonna cut it. I don't know why, but I find like the knife with the ridges, it just gives my soaps a fancier look. I mean, it's just my family that's going to be using this loaf, but hey. So I'm going to cut them and then we can see what the inside looks like. I don't want to do it. Okay, I think that's a good size. Ooh, look how they turned out, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, wow. I'm gonna try and cut them all about relatively the same size. This last end piece is gonna be a little bit smaller. All right, guys, so I hope you can see. So I'm going to lay them out. Like, this is giving me like, do you guys like, I think the name, oh my gosh, is it like it's like that festive bread that you buy at Christmas. It starts with a P. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to Google it, and I'll put it in the video here. But it kind of gives me that like festive Christmas bread that you would see. Oh my gosh, I almost lost you guys. That you would see in the grocery store at Christmas. So guys, this is how our soaps, our pumpkin spice soaps are looking. And you know what? I can't be mad. Like, they look adorable to me. I captured, I think with the exception of the red, it could have been a little bit more burgundy. I was going for a darker red. With the exception of that being lighter than what I hoped, I think it captured the essence of fall pretty well. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, as always, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys will leave me a comment and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next Make It Monday, guys. All right, take care. Bye. So guys, I forgot to show you my cinnamon stick soap, because remember I had extra left over, so that's how it came out. So I think it looks pretty cool. It kind of drizzled down the side when it was cooling, which gave it a pretty cool like sprinkle type effect. So I definitely liked how this one turned out as well. I should have, in hindsight, if I had more left over, I should have used to do more of these kinds, because I opted to do, I'll show you. I had opted to do some of these just to kind of see how they were gonna look with the embeds. And so I'm really happy actually with both of them. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly come back and show you guys, because I know I did say I had extra soap left over. And so outside of the loaf, I was able to get one of these, and I got roughly two full ones and a half of this one. All right, guys, so that's it. Okay, bye.